Hi everybody. So everyone's chatting. I got everything set up, so I figured we could start a little bit early, and Stormy came to say hi. Let's see. Hi to Robin and Rachel and Catherine and Andy and Natalie. Welcome to the channel. And Hannah and Sharon and Carlin. And I know Jillian was here earlier. Sweet Lizard Jane. Did I say Andy? Hi, Andy. Y'all were here early. Hi, Cassandra. Yay, I'm glad you made it to the live. We're starting a little bit early. And Aya, let me know if I said that right. We're starting a little bit early. I saw y'all chatting, and so I've got everything set up and ready to go. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Edwina. Hello. Yay. Oh, what are we growling at? What's over there? Oh. Something needs to be growled at. She got a summer haircut. If you saw my Instagram post, she got a summer haircut. When her hair gets long, she tends to get a lot of mats because she refuses to let us comb her. So she gets a short haircut. Let's see. Hi, Renee and Minerva and Rose. I just made the potbelly stove from K-Cups. Yay! And White Line Widow. I hope you have the AC on real good. Yes, we do. Hi, Angela and Stephanie, Dolores, and just hung up the phone for my husband so I can watch you. Oh no. And Roberta and Gail and did I say it correct? Yay! I did not cut her hair. I have tried previously when I had my first dog, my very first dog I ever had on my own. I used to try and cut her hair, but that is a talent that I do not have for dogs that need regular haircuts. They don't end up looking very good, so I don't try to do that much. Yay, Cheryl. Hi, Chris. So I'm gonna put her down. I think she wants to go, but she wanted to say hi to everyone. Hi, Deborah. I am doing good. I was going to work on a miniature today, but I just stopped and I decided I needed to clean my studio. It was just getting a little overwhelming, and I had started the process at the beginning of this week, and then I stopped, and it was just mess, piles everywhere. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, she's a sweetie. She definitely has her moments of being a puppy dog, but she's very sweet. Central New York. Hi, Linda. So we still have about 5 minutes. But I can kind of give the introduction. I probably won't start putting anything together until about 5 minutes in, but I can kind of start explaining what we're doing today. And hopefully, well, I kind of know what we're doing today. It's an experiment. I've never created a scene with something in the sky before, so definitely going to be a new thing for me. If you have any suggestions for this, I'm open to all suggestions, and we're just gonna kind of work on it together because I don't know how this is going to work. You might be able to tell we have a new webcam setup because this is a very vertical project. Let me lift this so you can see how tall this is next to me. So this is how big the dome is. And I don't actually know if it's like a display dome because it looks handmade. Like, let me see if I can show you. Right here, it looks like the glass overlapped, like it was actually like blown and then like swirled around. I don't really know. I got it at a garage sale for $2. Since I've had to purchase domes since then, I know how expensive dome displays are. Someone told me that they thought it might be not a display case, but a transformer something. Like there's these transformers that have glass domes on them. If you know what I'm talking about, you can let me know the real words for it, but I don't know what it is, but it's a really cool piece. It's not super clear. I mean, you can see through it, but that may be to my advantage if I can't quite figure out how to get this all to work. My cats are as big as Stormy. Yep, she's about the size of a medium-sized cat, I think. My hubby just said use pole magnet. Oh, that would be a good idea if I could actually get it to float. I'm going to try and fake it, so we'll see. Hi, David. Hello, Flying Dutch Woman. If I missed your name, I'm so sorry. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Soy Milk. And I'm not sure how to say Ninmak. We have doxies, 3 of them, never boring. 3 a.m. Gail. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Oh, looks like the dome from Beauty and the Beast. Could be. Vanessa says, I have a 2-year-old Shih Tzu Bichon named Anteros, adopted, and he's shaved like Stormy. So cute. They look so different, don't they, when they're like all fluffy, and then it's hard to recognize them when you get them all shaved down. They'll bring her out from the groomers, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because you get used to them being all fluffy. Hi, Steph Stargirl. Well, we're about at 7, so I think I'm going to tell you the plan, and just so you know, I'm going to try and look at the camera. We have the new setup so that you can kind of see a little bit better. I'm hoping. You guys can tell me if you hate this setup, and I won't do it again, because usually the camera is top down, so the camera's like right here, and you can look down, but right now you're forward looking this way, so my hand looks humongous. So anyway, let me know if you don't like this angle, but I was trying to make it so that I didn't have to keep holding it up so you can see. Oh, the cardboard stuck. Holding it up so you could see it, but you could kind of still see what I'm doing. So let me know what you think of the angle, and we'll go from there for the next time I do a really tall project. So for now, I think I'm going to move the glass dome so we can kind of concentrate on the piece inside, but I don't want it to go too far because it is definitely going to restrict how tall my display can be. So let me see if I can unstick this cardboard without causing problems. There we go. Okay. I tried to cut it out to match the bottom of the dome, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I see Rachel likes the angle. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and read all about your puppies. A Pomapoo, a very long-haired hippie dog in the winter and gets a buzz in the summer. It's the same dog. Yeah, I feel that way too. Got a beagle mix. He doesn't need shave, but we have a pig who loses his hair all at once. Oh. Are you going to use fishing string, maybe some clouds from cotton to hide where the connection is? So kind of, I am planning on using cotton and clouds to hide a lot of stuff. I'm not going to be putting fishing string from the top because I don't quite trust glue to hold, especially I'm very tentative about that, especially in Texas. Like if I were to take it somewhere, that the glue would give way and it just wouldn't hold. So my plan, I have a dowel, well, a square dowel here, and I'm going to try and hold it up from the base. So basically, move the ship, put it like so, and then have it maybe hold on kind of a weird spot on the ship. So not like right in the center where you're like, yeah, there's definitely a dowel holding the ship up, but maybe off on the back corner or something, holding it and then covering this area with clouds and then kind of making it look like the ship is coming out through the clouds. So there'll probably be heavy cloud cover in this display. It may not look good. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. This may end up being a total fail, but we're going to give it a try and we'll just give it our best shot and see how it goes. Okay. Yay. I'm glad you guys like the angle. And it won't always be like this, but whenever I'm doing something that's very vertical, it's hard to know how to make sure everybody can see. Won't be chatting much. I'm multitasking, spinning wool. That's awesome. Hi, Nikki from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, Sean, you made it. You said you can't stay too long though, but thanks for stopping by. Hi, Barbara. Sorry if I'm missing people saying hi. Oh, Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is kind of figure out how tall or where in the dome. So I'm going to put the dome right next to this. And I know you can't see all the way to the top of the dome, but I'm going to take the ship and kind of figure out, I kind of want it centered. And what I thought was interesting is I went and looked at Paper Nano. If you're wondering about, if this is your first stream and you haven't seen the ship before, this is a Paper Nano kit. So this entire thing was made from paper. It's a laser cut kit, and the past, I don't know how many streams, four or five streams, I'm not quite sure, we put this kit together. The only thing I added is I painted it, and then I added some fabric on top of the paper sails just to give it a little bit more realism, because the paper sails look like this. They were just like mesh looking. So anyway, this is the ship. So I did find out that Paper Nano actually has another ship. I don't know if its scale is the same. I'm imagining it has a similar scale, and but I'm not quite sure. But it's not a pirate ship. It looks different from this. So it could be cool to have two ships in the jar, but for now, I'm just going to try and figure out if I can figure out how to get one looking like it's going through the sky. I saw some people say hello. Hi, Carol. Cannot see the whole area. Yeah, there wasn't really a great solution. I'm going to try my best to stop and show you also here if I feel like it's not coming across very well on the camera. Hi, Teresa. Let's see. Maybe angle the dowel so it's not straight up and down. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Hi, Deanna. Okay, we'll try and angle the dowel. That's a really good idea. So I need to kind of figure out where I want it kind of centered, and then how I want to make the dowel. That probably means I'm going to have to support the dowel, which is fine. So maybe like so. Just gonna take my pencil and mark off a section like this. And it'd probably be good for me to support it anyway, because even though I'm not like hanging it by a string, it's still going to be a little bit unsteady, I would think. Let's see. Hi, Kim. Hi, Diane. You could have tethered to a tower like they used to do with the Zeppelin. That's a cute idea. Like had the top of the tower like showing through. All right, I'm going to cut this guy. And then I think I'm going to put a notch into the top of the wood here. So I've gotten a couple comments about not having a ton of viewing area when I live stream. So I moved my face cam down here so that it's down here with the words and everything's down here and there's more space up here. So I'm still just kind of playing with it. I'd love to know what y'all think. If it's better, or I guess it doesn't really matter where my face is, but I just want to make sure that you feel like you can see. So I'm just cutting with a box cutter a notch into the edge of this wood. And I'm going to be very careful to cut carefully. Like so. Okay. So I just cut a little notch in the wood so I can glue the ship into the notch a little bit. Let's see. Angle the ship pointing up like it's going higher. That's a good idea. Have it not going straight. Can see better. Okay. Yay. All right. Well, each time, I can't believe I realized when I was putting the title in here, this is my 34th live stream. I've live streamed 34 times. It doesn't feel like that because I still get butterflies in the pit of my stomach whenever I know I'm about to go live. It's just it's like a performance. Okay, we said going up like so. So I think, so it's kind of looking like this if I hold it straight up to the camera, or like this. I'm going to hold it at every single angle and every single camera. So kind of like that. Happy 34th. Hi, Paula. Being an amateur magician, I would have suspended it using invisible thread. We had talked about that. I was just worried that in the heat that it would eventually let go. It's okay, even after 34 streams, we won't bite. I appreciate that, Rachel. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start. We're just going to go for it. And can make decisions as we go. I am going to kind of insert this into the cardboard. So I'm cutting just so it has a little bit more support by the wood going down into the cardboard itself. This is just 2 layers of cardboard I cut to fit the bottom of the dome. And so I'm just cutting into the top layer of cardboard. And I've got my hot glue gun ready to go. So I think I want to angle it kind of like that. Hot glue makes everything go a little bit faster, that's for sure. So I would love to know what you all are working on, what crafts you have going on. Doesn't have to be miniature. You do an awesome job on your streams. Thank you, Darlene. I get nervous about everything. So it's just my nature. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Carolyn. Natalie, it's too hot where she is. The glue or the tape won't hold to the glass. And honestly, I'll have to say I have never tried it. So it may work totally fine. I just know that in Texas, I feel like I just have to be overprotective of the fact that glue tends to let go in the heat. Although most of my miniatures are inside. But like if I'm going somewhere to show something, like if I'm going to a miniature show or I'm taking it to the state fair, which was actually canceled this year, then I do have that time in my car, and even time in the car can cause things to go loose. So one of the things I do is if I'm taking miniature projects anywhere, I always have backup glue with me. And because you never know when something's going to let go. Let's see. Well, let's see what you guys are making. Hi, Jillian. I'm sorry if I missed something. I'm fixing my roses for my mini front yard garden. That's awesome. I'm going to start a room box tomorrow with Star Wars theme. Yay! Hi, Stephanie. Busy making junk journals. I love junk journals. I'm learning a new job. Yay, Rhonda. That's awesome. Sometimes that's fun and sometimes that's frustrating, but still, I'm crocheting. Oh, heart-shaped cat ornament for a coworker. Hi, Cassandra. Crocheting a little bat. I'm doing a book for recipes. I made a C. I restarted my Dobby. I made a new armature, so I need to start on the clay. Oh. I'm glad you're starting your new one. I'm working on a build in Minecraft. We have builds going on in Minecraft all the time at this house. So I know that takes time. And Sean's finishing his colonial carpenter shop. Just bought make your own pull-up doll. I didn't know they had kits for those. That's awesome. Michelle, making a Nightmare Before Christmas ornaments. Hey, you gotta start the Christmas stuff now for sure. Okay, I'm going to glue this guy on, and while I'm holding it, I can read some more. So I think, actually, first, I'm going to make some little supports, because even though the ship is really lightweight, where's the thing I had before? Even though the ship is pretty lightweight, I still don't want it to pull up the support we just put in. Sorry, I'm gonna miss what you guys are making. And I've been trying to learn how to use the Cricut I got for my birthday, so I've been making vinyl stickers for everyone I know. Let's see. Nope, hot glue doesn't hold in Texas. No, it doesn't. Making a freestanding cloak. That's cool. Okay, I am going to so you can see, I'm just going to glue this just so this has a little extra support, and we'll make a big cloud blob right here. And I'll show you what I have for the clouds. I don't know if what I got, well, I'm using things I already had, but I don't know if it'll be good. We'll just see. And I think I'm going to need to paint all of this with white and this blue that I have here to kind of mimic the ship so that everything looks like it's in the sky. I'm missing so many. I'm putting lights into my miniature house. That is a job in itself. I'm cloning some of my wardrobe and trying to keep my plants alive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Florida definitely has the same heat issues as Texas. But I think you have more, which is hard to believe, but I think you have more humidity. It seems pretty humid here. But did you catch my comment earlier about support? I might have missed it. I must have missed it. Bye, Sean. Making a cardboard dollhouse for my granddaughter. I have seen a lot of grandparents doing that, and I think that is amazing. Having children right now, in this time where there's just not a ton for them to do, I think making a dollhouse with, I mean, it's just so much creative potential, and having them be a part of it and create it and design it and then being able to play with it is such an amazing thing, especially for right now. Okay, I am going to just go for it and glue this ship on. And I think I'm even going to turn it slightly at an angle. And we'll see if I need to support it anymore. I think that's one good thing about this being a paper ship is it should be okay. Hopefully. I'm sewing some dress shirts. I was hoping to finish today, but it's not looking good. Making clothes is hard. I'm making a spare bedroom into a Victorian tea room with 4 tables, 2 chairs, having friends over for a tea party. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. I want to come. I had a... Did I? Oh no, I threw a tea party baby shower for a friend. And I had a tea party birthday party recently. I love tea parties. I have like a teacup collection. So I love that. Okay. I'm still worried about it, but here we go. I'll try and get it in screen so you can see how it's looking. You might need another support at the top, or at another support at the top, like at the bottom. I'll probably get a smaller dowel, not as big. Here, let me put it up here by my face. So I think that will kind of disguise the fact that there's something holding it up, as long as we can get some good cloud coverage. I pick fresh blueberries from my yard and want to make cobbler. Ooh, I want cobbler too. Now I want a tea party and I want cobbler, which I need to go shopping, so we don't have. It's just been one of those things I've been putting off, but I definitely need to get to the store soon. Okay, I think I'm going to use this smaller dowel to add some extra support to the ship. And all of this will have a big cloud cover right here. So hopefully everything will be disguised. Let's see. See, is the front of the ship within the dome area? I can't tell from the camera angle. I think so. Probably a good thing to check before I just support everything. So let's check that real quick. I'll try and give you a view from all the way around, but it's actually pretty centered. It's making a weird noise on the desk. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm I'm turning it, but the cardboard's not turning. But yeah, it fits in there pretty good, but good idea to check. Always check with your dome. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a support here, maybe on this side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add it right here. And I just talked about how hot glue doesn't hold in Texas, but I'm still using it. I might go back and add some tacky glue around these areas when I'm done, because hot glue will hold it quickly, but tacky glue will hold it longer. So I'm gonna put this piece on as an extra support to the back. We want most of the front of the ship kind of showing. I finally found an easy cutter like yours. It's amazing. I know. I love my easy. It's one of my have to have tools for sure. Okay. So let me do what I just said I was going to do, and I'm going to put some tacky glue all around. That's one tip that I do want to make, like a glue video. I'll admit I do not know everything about glue. I have glues that are my favorite that do what I want them to do, so I do not know everything, but I think I'd like to make a video on what I do know about glue, just for anyone looking to get started and who's just standing in the glue aisle wondering what they need to get. And but one tip I can give you now is that hot glue is great for fast grabbing things, but typically you want to go back, even if you're happy with how it looks, and add a different type of glue, because tacky glue, though I'm sure weather and heat and cold can affect it, it's not like hot glue where it's just going to melt. It's going to have a better chance of holding. So if you do use hot glue to assist in getting something to hold, go back with the tacky glue and just go over the areas, and you have a better chance of it holding on. But if I tried to do this with tacky glue and not hot glue, I would be holding this stick forever. So hot glue has its place, tacky glue has its place. You need just an army of glue to get things to work. I'm the one in the glue aisle with my eyes glazed over. Well, I'll have to make that video soon. I think it'll be a helpful one, kind of like my scale video. It's probably not going to be the most fun video, but I think, I want to also be helpful on my channel, so buy one of everything. Gorilla glues are really good. Carolyn, I haven't used a lot of crazy glue. I don't know if you're using that synonymously with super glue. What I use for super glue, I like the gel super glue, but I also have the regular liquid super glue, and I use the Loctite brand. But I don't know if crazy glue, because I do know that's a brand, if it's just super glue or if it has a different formula. I'm not quite sure. When you go to paint, try to do a blue and white camouflage pattern. You and I are on the same wavelength. I was thinking I might like dab brush. Yeah, E6000 will pretty much glue anything. That's a good one to have too. Oh, thank you, Renee. Yeah, I want to do like a paint video, a glue video, all sorts of things. I just need to make a list. I try to stay away from acrylate glues if I can, just to keep allergies down. Oh, I thought I saw that. I seem to be allergic to Aleene's tacky glue, so I've been doing a lot of experimenting. I've never heard of anyone being allergic to Aleene's. I mean, obviously that's probably something that happens because it's made of chemicals and compounds and stuff. But I'm sorry that because tacky glue is something that typically a lot of people use. So yeah, you have to get kind of creative. Have more glues than paints these days. My husband calls E6000 900 mile an hour glue. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think while the tacky glue dries, I'm probably going to have to paint around the tacky glue and maybe go back. I am going to start painting white paint. Ooh, this one's all globby. And let me put this in the center. So I'm kind of backwards here because when I push forward, I did all sorts of weird things setting up for today. Let me find... Okay, so I have to tell you what I did 2 days ago. I was painting and I put my brushes in this jar that I was 100% sure there was water in, but there wasn't. And so I ended up with like 6 brushes completely ruined because I thought I had painted with them and put them in water to soak. I come back and they're completely dry. And I don't know what made me think that there was water in that jar because obviously I had never put water in that jar. So I was pretty upset with myself over that one. So I'm just going to give this a once over. And while it's drying, we can kind of play with the cloud materials that I have. And if you have any suggestions, I'm going to get white paint everywhere. I'll just show you what I have and then we can kind of come up with a game plan. But I feel like the ship's pretty sturdy. I don't feel like it's like trying to move the supports or anything. So I think it'll be okay. And all my cloud materials are really lightweight. So it's going to be the glass dome that's the heaviest. Let's see. I wish they had odorless E6000. Me too. There might be a reaction to the preservative in water-based glue. So it might be all water-based glues for you. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Fabri-Tac. I actually really want to get some so that I can experiment with it. I know a lot of people like it. And I used to think it was only for fabric. And so I thought, I'm not using fabric. That doesn't make sense. But apparently it can be used for a lot. Okay, looks like I'm going to need a couple layers of this. But I think I'm going to mostly cover the bottom with cloud material because I want it to look like it's pretty high above the clouds. And I don't know if I'll like paint a little bit onto the clouds to give them some variation in color so it doesn't, maybe, I don't know if I can paint on these materials that we're going to make clouds out of. I'm not quite sure. It's all an experiment. Now I just got to try and not get paint on the ship. After all those live streams of painting the ship, we don't want to get paint. Just get a white blob on the ship. Oops, just got my paintbrush in the glue. It'll be okay. Hi, Scott. Let's see, I finally found freight check at Walmart and I was shocked. I use it for cardboard, wood, paper, fabric. Yeah, I need to experiment with it because I've heard so many good things about it. And I think I used to have some. I don't know where it went. I feel like I need to add a little bit more glue to the ship. It's starting to wobble just a little bit. I think it would hold, and maybe once I add the clouds, it would hold even more. But I don't know. I can hear the kids playing with Stormy. Let's see. I use a small fan on my crafts to make the paint and glue dry faster. I have one, but it is extremely loud. It does a great job drying things, but it is super loud. Go all the way to the edge over here, and probably once this is done, I will do something to make the edges look a little bit nicer. But for right now, I'm just going to worry about the top part of this and the supports. If this ship falls off of the supports and into the white paint, I might cry. Just so you know, so you're warned. But so far it looks okay. I'm trying not to shake it too much. Okay. This jar does have water in it. Spray bottle with thin paint, down paint to spritz color onto your clouds. Yeah, that could work. It's looking great. Thank you. You can also make clouds out of the expanding foam. Oh, that's interesting. Like the stuff they use in the walls. Hi, Jan. I was painting doors a pastime until I watched 25 minutes late. All we did was make a support holding the ship into the air. So while this dries a little bit, let me show you what I have. So I have, of course, cotton balls, and I also have polyfill, which is this stuff, and it's a little less stark white. So let me open these. So I don't know if I can use them together to get some like different effects, or if I should just use one. Oop, and it's already in the paint. I knew this one was going to be a little messy. Hi, Catherine. Yes, we are making a scene for this pirate ship to make it look like it's floating in the clouds. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but we are going to try our best. I'm going to end up with white paint everywhere. So let me get a little bit of this polyfill out so I can... And this one actually, I think it looks like a little bit more natural. Like I feel... Yeah, I'm thinking, I see you guys are saying it looks a little bit more natural. Let's see what I can do with... This is a weird angle. Like I'm trying to... Okay, so here's the polyfill. And this is what I'm thinking I could maybe like dab some of the different colors on. Let me... okay. Let me see what I can kind of do with this cotton. It just looks a little bit more refined, and I don't know if we want a refined look or if we like more of the scrunched up, messy look. Oh, storm clouds. Let's see. Combo of both would work well. Striped with the cotton would be pretty. Gray polyfill for undersides, cotton balls on tops. Oh. Yeah, we could try them with different colors. Clouds are different shades of white and different densities. Maybe try them both. Let's see. Carolyn's art event. Okay. Trying to read suggestions. Maybe use both for different textures. Yeah, I'm wondering if we could like enter... So this is what the cotton looks like inside the polyfill. Or if I could tear it apart. If I could tear it apart well enough and like mix it in, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty easy to tear apart. Let's see. If we don't like this, then I'll have a fun time trying to get it all out. Rhonda's idea sounds good. Make a chimney smoke with polyfill and black chalk, them stayed with hairspray to stiffen. So like, oh, I could use chalk pastel. Is that what you're saying? It didn't really mix. Let's see. Problem with polyfill is it's so see-through you might notice the support. I wonder if we need to use the cotton to kind of do like the cover. So let's turn this around. It's kind of dry. I've got paint everywhere anyway, so we'll just work with it. If I do cotton on the ground and then polyfill over it, I mean, that looks pretty fluffy and cloudy. See, Stephanie, anvil shaped storm cloud would hide the support and look cool. So like a solid cloud, like it's pushing out of like one solid cloud. Stephanie, oh, I see. LED lights would simulate lighting inside the cloud. Let me go grab my lights, because maybe we're gonna get more technical here than we thought. Hold on, let me go get my box of lights and see what we have. Sent cotton flying everywhere. I gotta pick it up before the dog takes off with it. Yeah, I think if we do a base of the cotton balls so that you don't see the really stark line of the stick, that would help, and then cover it with the polyfill. So they can work together, but you just don't really see the cotton. Little mirror on the base with brown and green around, peeking through the clouds for lake and being getting carried away. I think, because I thought about that, I thought about like, do we want to see the earth below? But I think I just want it to be a pure, serene sky look to it. Okay, so I have some lights with no batteries, of course. Do I have anything with batteries that would work? I just have my go-to fairy lights in here. We'll just see. I don't know if we'll add lights this time, but we'll see what they could possibly look like. Just pull a couple of them out and put it underneath the polystyrene. All right. Who wrapped these up? Come on. There we go. Okay. So we'll just, I don't know if you'll be able to see them because I have all these lights on. We'll just put them above the cotton, below the polystyrene. See what it looks like. That's kind of cool. I mean, you can see the lights a little bit more than I probably would want. It looks really diffused on the camera, but in person I can like see the individual lights, but it does look kind of cool. Let's see. Powdered pastels or chalks in the lower layers would help make the stormy clouds. I think having the lights below, would that look like more of it like shining in the sky? Let's see. Use cotton to make the clouds for a little hot air balloon bookend I was making. Be careful trying to color it. It will lump up like nobody's business. Hi, Andy. You can fluff up cotton balls if you have a slicker dog brush. Repeated strokes will work like the wool's being fluffed up. Okay. Oh, try it under the cotton? Okay. Maybe that'll diffuse it even more. Because we could just put them all around the base. Put it under the cotton. And then under the polyfill. Oh yeah, now it's like super diffused. Which could look more like a city underneath the cloud. But it's definitely, now to me, it looks like it did earlier on the camera. Wrap the lights in the cotton. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So I don't know if I actually need to dab blue on here, but we might put some blue in the clouds. All right, so are we yes on the lights? Let me know, because I'm liking the lights, but let me know. I think it would add like this whole new dimension just to have lights shining up underneath this ship in the sky. I think it would be cool. From the film Stardust. Yes, I love that film. Mount a light or two on the underside of the support. I think I'm going to put it all along the way. Okay, I'm seeing lots of yeses for the lights, so I think we're going to go for it. All right, lights always... Ooh. See, I don't know if it's this brand of fairy lights or what, but sometimes they can be a little iffy. All right, I'm just going to start winding them. No going back. We're going for it. Okay, I'm just gonna start gluing them on. We'll just glue them and wind them so we have lights all over the base. And then we'll put cotton on top of that, and then we'll start with adding the polyfill on top. I love when lights are easy to add to a project. That's why I don't have it in the Addams Family house, because it's not so easy. Although I have started using battery lights in there. So this would be a great one to have like just like in a guest room or something. Here's your custom night light. Let's see. I think I need to wrap it around a little bit tighter, because we don't want to see the cords either. I didn't even think we were gonna do lights, and now we're doing lights. So exciting. Wait, do you want to paint the base blue so it shows through? I don't know that it would show through. I'm thinking I'm gonna try the chalk pastel. We could do chalk pastel on top of the cotton swabs and then also the polyfill, but I don't think doing it on the base, because I couldn't even see the base through the cotton swabs and the polyfill. So I think we're just gonna leave it white. I don't think I'd want it brown, but I think we're just gonna leave it white for now. I may have to wrap this. Oops. Drop something. I think the base should be blue. It's above thick clouds. I don't know. Maybe I will add some blue. We can kind of, I think once I get the lights stuck down, we'll put cotton on top and we'll see. We'll see. Because I can paint over the wires and stuff. I just won't paint over the light bulbs. Now I want to make my own airship. It was, well, okay, I won't say it was super easy. With the kit, there aren't like written instructions, but there's like picture instructions. But it was easier than I thought it was going to be. Because when I first looked at the kit, I was like, this is going to be complicated and it's going to be frustrating. But this paper ship was way less frustrating than the Fairfield because all the pieces worked together pretty well. So if you do want to make your own ship, I did put an affiliate link to the Paper Nano in the description box below if you want to check it out. But I had fun. It is really tiny. So if you're not into itty bitty tiny projects, you may not enjoy it. It's probably the tiniest thing I've ever made. Let's see. Chalk pastels to color because wet paint would change the texture of the polyfill. I think so. I tried to send a super chat message, but it went all wonky and messed up my feed. Has anyone else tried to send a super chat? I don't know. I thought I turned it on at one point, but maybe it's not working. Not sure. Thank you for the thought. Yes to putting lights on the support. Okay, I might have them like kind of circle up the support, but I may have to do that before I get to the end because I want the battery pack to come out the bottom. So, let's see. Too bad we can't make Zoom craft rooms. Oh, like a Zoom meeting? Then everybody could talk. I've actually never set, I've had Zoom meetings, but I've never set one up. Okay. Let me just go ahead and turn this guy off. I might make it go up just a little bit. I don't think I want it to go too much towards the ship. Maybe just a little bit. And because we'll need some heavy cloud cover right there. Thank you, Paula. So I guess the super chat is working. Thank you for testing it. Let's see. Do you like mini ships or ships in general? I don't know. I don't know where the fascination came with ships. I do like seeing vintage ships and things like watching a lot of people, especially since I started the captain's quarters. People have sent me video tours of ships, and those have been really, really cool to watch. So there's some ships that you can tour in Texas, but I haven't really been there. They're in the Gulf, and you can go tour them. But I don't know. There is a bug. What are you doing, bug? Excuse me. You can leave. There we go. I think I'll just go slightly up the pole, but not too far up the pole. Let's see. I have 2 older family members with early dementia, so the Zoom conversation is bonkers. Yeah, well, I mean, from what I've seen, sometimes Zoom works and sometimes it doesn't, and then, yeah. So I haven't really messed with it that much, but. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think I'm just going to finish this side out over here, and then I'm going to cut a little slit in the bottom of this area so that the wire can come out of the dome and be turned on and off, and then we'll be ready to glue some cotton. I've been on the Mayflower and USS Ironsides. Wow, was it a replica Mayflower, or is that ship still around? Train car. Ooh, let's see. You know, I still want you to make a Victorian luxury train car. That would be really cool. I promise you, I am trying to get through my list I already have. Actually, I have it sitting right here where I can see it. And I've just got such a long list of things to get through, and they're all fun and they're all exciting, but I need more hands to get through all the projects. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Andy. I'll keep my hot glue under control. Is the King's Tomb still in the back of your mind? I'm obsessed with Egypt. Yes, I still have that one in my brain, and I already know what it's going to look like, but it's not on the list. I already have a ton of them before I even get to that one. A ghost train, that would be really cool. A Victorian ghost train. Replica. I was wondering if the actual ship was still around. All right, I'm just going to cut a little groove here. I'm just kind of motioning my blade back and forth. So now this wire will go through here and it can come out the bottom. Actually, I think I'm going to do this because that's kind of it's like thicker right here. Where'd my glue gun go? Right, so I'm just gonna glue this down, and then we are ready to cotton ball everything. Wow, will we get this project done tonight? This is better than a Friday night movie, so thanks for my Friday entertainment. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Zachary. We are currently making a sky for the airship that we have been working on. And so I've got the lights done. They're supposed to look like the lights from below. Ooh, we're voting on my next project. Victorian ghost train. Okay, I will add that to the list, but I am telling you, this is a long list I've got sitting here. So when you give me an idea, don't think that I ignore or empty promise, because I just have a long list of current projects that are not finished and other projects that won't leave my brain. Okay, so I'm going to unroll just a bunch of cotton balls, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick them down. So, oh, thank you for the super chat, Michelle. It's so nice to craft along with you. Plus, this got me out of cooking dinner. That's awesome. Yeah, we had peanut butter and jelly for dinner tonight, so I kind of got out of cooking dinner too. All right, I'm just going to start gluing this down. We're not even going to experiment, we're just going to do it. And so I'm using tacky glue for this because it'll still grab just as much as the hot glue, but it'll hold even longer, and hopefully it'll be even more of a hold on top of all these lights because I'm putting tacky glue on top of that. Don't overwhelm. I already overwhelm myself. Do not worry. I plan to be creating for the rest of my life, so however long that happens to be, and I will just keep going down the list. Better to have many ideas than none at all. Very true. My list of projects is so long, I have to figure out how figure out reincarnation to get them all done. Put a human shape in the clouds. Oh, that would be fun to do, like how people sit there and look for shapes in the clouds. I wonder if any shapes will naturally show up in the clouds. That would be interesting. I'll definitely take really good pictures of this whenever it's done. I realize there we go. And then you guys can tell me if you see anything in the clouds. Let's see. Like I said, no going back. 11D1 people. Now 11D2. I feel bad that I may be causing you more work with my suggestions, plus I benefit because you show me how to make my ideas. No, I am super excited to always hear ideas. Don't feel like you'll overwhelm me. I'll just always be honest about if it's something that I can do now or if it's something that will have to be down the road. And plus I'm trying to also focus on making my kits for my business, and so that's kind of taking up some of my time as well, and so I'm trying to figure that out too. So it's all just one big balancing act some of the times, I feel. All right, we need a light in this area. We don't have one. So I'm going to kind of scoot everything over. There we go. Put a pirate ghost in the clouds. Like one walked the plank and fell through the clouds. There we go. I am going to have this all over my hands. It's literally sticking to me. I did just put up a new kit. Yeah, I've been, that's what you kind of see behind me. This is all my packaging and fulfilling area. So I've been trying to keep up with that, and I feel like I've done a good job, except UPS is literally refusing to deliver my packages. I called them today. They tried to deliver my package in the wrong town and failed. And then I asked them to re-deliver it, and they wanted me to pay a fee. So, anyway, I told them no, so we'll see what happens. But, let's see. My husband was replacing screens today. Immediately thought scraps to make needlepoint chairs. Everything can turn into a miniature for sure. Okay, okay, these scissors don't want to cut this. Let me get my fabric scissors. There we go. All right, we'll keep going with covering the lights. All I'm doing, I know I've done this in one of my cardboard house videos, but if you didn't know, cotton balls unwind, and you just have to find the end, and then you have like this unwound piece. I remember when I learned that, I was like, I didn't know cotton balls did that. It's amazing. So we've only been going for an hour. We may actually get this guy done, but we shall see. That would be amazing, except for like finishing up the sides and like a few little details here and there, but we may get it up in the clouds. That would be amazing. Or a cannonball hole in the clouds. Isn't that like Peter Pan? Didn't they do that? Cannonball clouds. Okay. More cotton balls. This is actually going to take that many, but then we also mentioned putting them on the stick, so. UPS delivered my book, just tossed on my doorstep in the rain. Oh my goodness. I sent you some items for the captain's quarters. I have a box of items I have for the captain's quarters, so it is probably in there. And if you want me to check and make sure it's in there, just send me a message. And I will double check that it is there. But I do have another captain's quarters video coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks-ish. So I'll open captain's mail in a couple weeks. Let's see. I think UPS, FedEx are very overwhelmed. They definitely are. And that was one thing, like the lady on the phone I was talking to was very nice. And I understand that she couldn't do anything to help me. It was out of her hands. But she did say that they were overwhelmed. So I definitely feel for them in that respect. But I went to San Francisco to see the naval ship USS Hope, and I will never forget it. It would be fun to like go around and just like visit ports and ships and get it would be, I think, amazing to do a miniature scene sometime where I actually get to go look and be inspired by actual buildings. But obviously right now it's not a good time to travel. And, but I think that would be fun. Trent, Fiji Mermaid. I did get your package. It was awesome. Super awesome. So, don't share. Don't share any info. I can't wait to show it in the video. But it was really cool. You can't put cloud on the wood stand. I'm probably going to put it up here, and then I'm going to put the polyfill around it to try and trick the eye. That's my plan. I'm glad you told me what your package was, because I got it. I got it. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Ara. Just made it towards the end. We'll watch from the beginning later. Just wanted to say hi. We're actually about in the middle. So we're going to go till about 9. And if we're almost done, we might go a little bit longer. But we're actually, I feel like, making pretty good progress. You're good, Teresa. I'm joking. Trent can share if he wants to, but it's going to be a really cool item to show in the video for sure. maybe one more cotton ball on the bottom, and then we can go up the, let's see, this one we might cut. Then we'll go up the stick. All right. And then there's a couple more spots I'm going to cover. I just don't want to accidentally have anyone be able to see the cords or the copper wire. So I'm going to make sure that's all covered up. And then we should be good for the base. I'm ready to move on. Hi, Jenny. My partner can't touch cotton swabs, so I get them out of our pill bottles, and then I get to keep them for dollhouses, which is awesome. Yeah, I know texture-wise, that can be tough. I have a friend who has several different texture issues, but still loves to craft, so works around it. All right, just a little bit more. And then maybe I can just push, there's like a couple wires I think I can just push in, and then we'll turn the lights on and see how it looks. Sarah, I can't touch cotton balls either. It makes my teeth hurt. There's actually a very specific noise that makes my teeth hurt. And my entire family knows it. My children don't know what it is. They accidentally make that noise every now and then. But I really don't want them to know what the noise is. But my husband is good about asking them to stop making the noise because he knows what the noise is. So. All right. So I'm just going to, let's test the lights, see how it looks. So this looks very like scattered right now, but once we put on the polyfill, it definitely diffuses it a little bit more and looks a little bit more like cloud cover. So I do think we will have to use both, but I think both, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see the base. See. I'm missing some conversation. Let's see, I'm wondering if this cotton ball light idea can be adapted as a backdrop for a haunted house, mad scientist castle, Addams Family homes. Could be a cool effect. I bet so. Or like coming out of a cauldron or something. It would look really diffused. Like so. Making something where I need to put sand in my paint and apply it with a popsicle stick, and I considered asking someone to skin me with a potato peeler. Oh my goodness. It is fluffy. It doesn't feel the best. I actually like the texture of the cotton balls better than the polyfill, but it does look very cloud-like. All right, I'm going to just go up the stick here, and then we should be ready to mess with the polyfill. Do you think we should try and do some chalk pastel on the cotton swab before and do a little color on here? I'm gonna turn this off for now. I hope those lights never go out. I'm gonna have to tear up this whole thing. Reminds me of those days when we get rain with the sun out. Yeah, I love when the sky does cool things. You just stand out there and stare at it. Okay, so let me cover this. YouTube's giving me a warning about my bit rate, which anytime it does that, it usually my audio starts not acting up or not acting correctly. So if you have a problem with the audio, just let me know, but usually I can't fix it. So just let me know. Yeah, we can test it. We'll test it. We'll use like sky colors, like sky blue or something. Let's get this on here. Wrap it around. This is all going to be covered up, so I'm not too worried that it looks just like a stick covered in cotton ball. YouTube needs to behave. I agree. YouTube has ruined quite a few of my streams with their bitrate problems. I don't even know what it means, but oh well. Okay. Now, the question is, where are my chalk pastels? That is the question of the evening. All right, so we have it just looks like a cloud arm holding up a ship. But I like the angle. I think the angle will work for kind of hiding it. Okay, let me attempt to find my chalk pastel. Hopefully it's where it's supposed to be. So let me go look real quick. Yay! It was put away in the correct spot. Okay. Now let me find a place to put it. Is the second problem I always face. Where do I put it? Let me move these lights out of the way. I know you can get fairy lights that have that like blink. That would be kind of cool if they would blink, but I think these are just like the really simple fairy lights, so they don't do anything. Let me find a very fluffy brush. Let's open this up. My extremely old set of chalk pastels. Bye, Paula. Ooh, tell her good luck with her braces. Let's see. Michelin Man from Ghostbusters. Okay, so I have this really light color here. I may have to shave it, but we can try it on this clump here. Yeah, it's not even showing up. Let me do a darker blue. Oh, that shows up. I think the light blue is just too light. I also have this, so I have this dark blue. It's kind of the same color as my fingernail polish. Then I have more of a turquoise. Hold on. All right. So I'm gonna do dark blue on here. So I have that color. And then I have this kind of seafoam green turquoise color. Like that. Sarah. We have twin pastels. Let's see. That one might work. I'm going to put it on the back side of this so I don't waste too many cotton balls here. No. Those look almost the same, except one's a little darker. Just rub the cotton on it. We can try that. I have to take it out. So if I just rub the stick straight onto the cotton. Let's see. And then this one. Is that too dark? Whoa, wait, I know. Oh, someone said purple. Let's put the polyfill over it, see if we can even see it. I think you can see it a little bit. Hi, Dia Mama. Darker blue. Let's try the purple and see what you think. Put the purple on here. That would probably look more like a night sky if we used purple. Let's see. Adrian had a good idea. Okay, let me look. Let me see if I can find it. Must have missed it. Oh, could you shape the polyfill as it goes up the stick to look like wisps coming away from it? That way it will look like the ship pulled some of the clouds as it went through them. That's a good idea. I wonder if I needed to add like sticks so I have something to glue them to. We can kind of play around with it and see. So what did y'all think? What does it look like with polyfill over it with the lights on? All right, let's see if I can put it up next to a light. Here, let me unravel it so we can get the full effect here. It's kind of, I mean, I can kind of see it a little bit. Let me make it darker on both of these swatches. Because I could do both blue and purple, I guess. Let's see. Maybe instead of sticks, use wire. I have wire. Hi, Tamsin. All right, let me make this a little bit darker. Yeah, it will be very, very subtle if we do put color on there. And put it right over a light. And I mean, you can barely see it. Let's see. Blue and purple. We might be able to see it a little bit more if the entire thing is covered in color. Blush the top, switch orange to make it look like a sunrise. Let's see if it works on the polyfill, because we haven't tested that either. Let's try an orange. Oh yeah, it just like lightly colors it. I don't even know if you can see that, but it just gives it just a very little bit. It actually kind of makes it look a little messy. So I don't know if we want to do orange. Let's try blue. This is a grand experiment to figure out what we need to do. We'll just do it on this part right here. I like the blue. The blue looks a little bit more purposeful. The orange looked a little bit like I accidentally picked up like a messy piece of polyfill. Let's see. We can see it. We can see a little bit. Let's see. That's more color than doing it on the cotton. Over the lights, the orange would grow nicely. Yellow mix. Let's see. Let me try the yellow. I didn't really like it. It might just be this orange that I have. I wasn't really a big fan of the orange. Maybe the yellow. I like the sunset idea, but the color didn't really show. I think it has something to do with this polyfill since it's already an off-white. The warm colors are looking a little bit dingy. Let's see. Need to work it into the polyfill. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the blue and purple just really, really lightly. Because even up close, like I know sometimes the camera shows things a little bit different. The warm colors are just not looking, they're bringing out kind of the dinginess of the polyfill. So I think we'll stick with the cool colors. Okay. All right, so we have everything covered. So now I think we can start adding the polyfill. And I wonder if it will hold its shape if I glue it. So that's going to be the hard part. See, white Chanel stems would work. Ooh, I think I have those. Another question, where are those? Okay, let me look a couple places. I'm looking for white pipe cleaners to make the little wisps going off of the ship. All right, let me look for those. I'm so glad I cleaned up my studio today because everything has been where I wanted it. It never happens. Okay, so we've got some white pipe cleaners and we will play with those. I think before I do anything with the chalk pastel, I will move the chalk pastel while I'm working on this. Move the wet paint out of the way. And then we'll get the polyfill in place so that it looks nice, and then we can dust some color on there if we think it needs it. So I'm guessing I need to hot glue this. Hot glue the polyfill? It definitely needs to be around the base here. So I guess this is either going to work really well or I'm going to end up with a hot glue gun covered, or I'm going to end up with hot glue gun covered with cotton. So spray glue works. I don't have any spray glue. That would probably been a good thing to get. I don't have any. Would add the polyfill to the stick in random small bits. This is just a little fill up by the ship. I know I'm so glad that I am doing this live with you all because you've had some amazing ideas that I wouldn't have even thought of. So I think we're just going to try this here at the base with the hot glue, just so it grabs part of the polyfill. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think I'm going to be able to glue the polyfill everywhere. I mean, it's just fluffy, so there's no way. It didn't seem, well, I can't really tell where the polyfill was. So I don't think it melted it, but it's kind of holding it in place. So I'm going to keep kind of going with that idea. Oh, I've got tea. You just reminded me. You're getting coffee. I've got some tea. I need to keep drinking fluids during streams because I forget and I just keep talking and then I run out of my voice. Okay. Ira, if you melt the polyfill, there might be fumes. It's a good point. So far, all I'm doing right now is just tacking it into place. I don't smell anything, but I do have my filter running. I always have my filter running. So, but if you do decide to try this, just make sure that you are in a ventilated area or have a filter to protect your lungs. What kind of tea do you have? I have iced tea. I was trying to think of the term. Iced tea. It's just Texas iced tea. I brew it by the gallon. All right. So I know we want to cover the entire base. And at first I was thinking that there was too much space between the base and the ship, but it is going to be covered. It's going to be covered in polyfill, which is going to be very bouncy. So I think we got it up high enough, so that's good. So you can definitely tell the difference between the lights on the cotton swab side and on the polyfill side. It just, yeah, it diffuses it a lot more. Does Mountain Dew count as tea? All right, so keep going. Do y'all want me to leave the lights on or off while I'm working? I don't know if it gets annoying looking at it in the camera. I'm like, it's opposite world over here on how I'm moving things around, so I'm trying to keep it in the camera. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going around, adding lots of fluffy clouds. There's a little bit of like stuff in the polyfill, so anytime I see some stuff, I'm gonna pull it out. Man, all of that sounds so good. I love chai tea. Chai tea is one of my favorites with the spices in it. Love chai tea. I don't have it very often, but love it. The audio is going a bit fuzzy. Oh, the bitrate warning went away. Let me know if it keeps getting fuzzy because I always keep track of these things, and then I have my tech support help me figure out. It says I'm okay. Is it like choppy or is it fuzzy? Oops. The lightning is interfering with the audio. Well, that's a good point. Okay, let me unplug it and plug it back in. Hold on one second. Okay, let me know if that helped at all. Typically, it doesn't. In the past, it hasn't helped. Let me know if it's still livable, if it works for us to continue the stream, because otherwise I'll have to end the stream if you can't even hear me, because I'd have to fix it. What did Trent say? Maybe even pull the polyfill apart so tinier and more diffuse light comes through. Yeah, maybe not have it all the same height. That makes sense. Still choppy. Yeah, we're live. It's doable. Sound like a robot. That's what it always does. And it tells me it's about my bit rate. And we keep fixing it and... Okay. I may have to actually like figure out how to get in touch with someone at YouTube. I don't know if that's possible. I think you have to be someone important to talk to someone at YouTube, but it happens all the time to me specifically. So anyway, I have a friend who also does YouTube, but he knows a lot of like technical things, so I may have him look at it too. Make the support look like a tornado. Well, that's an idea. Like it got pulled up into the tornado. What? Kind of want to hear me rap? Oh my goodness. I actually have rapped before. I was a music teacher for some young children, and we rapped Mary Had a Little Lamb. They enjoyed it. Okay. Let's see. IT team response. All right, let's turn lights on. Ooh, it's so glowy. I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, and my sister's reminding me we did wrap the toast to my sister's wedding. My toast to my sister at her wedding, we wrapped it. All right. Oh my goodness. I would have to like remember how I even did that. Okay, so now I think we need to focus on the clouds up near the boat, because that's another important spot. And then we can work on the pipe cleaners that'll kind of make it look like it's moving. Let's see. Okay. Do we like it? Like, I think it needs to be a little bit on the back of the boat. Hi, cat. So I think it needs to kind of engulf the back. Kind of like this, but I don't want it to be too much because I still want to be able to see the captain's quarters, which is this part right here. Spiral it up the pole. Let's see. Let me get a bigger piece. All right, let's see if I can stretch it into a tube of polyfill. How are you doing? I am doing great. I am so enjoying this project. I'm kind of sad that this project will probably be completed tonight, but I've really enjoyed it. It's been a nice break, but I do need to get back to the Fairfield. It doesn't wrap super easy around the pole. It doesn't like it. That's kind of cool looking though. But yeah, I need to get back to the Fairfield for sure. It's just sitting there staring at me. It's right there. It looks like you're aggressively massaging a poodle. Kind of feels that way. A very bony poodle. Okay. I think I'm going to glue it up underneath here and start building from this point. And we can maybe even do like little tiny wisps. I think somebody said that. Was it Trent? Said like little wisps coming off the back. Who said that? Like the cloud got caught on the sails. I'm gonna be so scared to glue it to the actual like ship. The thinner piece. I'm afraid if it's thinner, it won't stay together, but we can try it. I think I am going to go ahead and glue this to the back, kind of how I'm holding it, because I think the side you all are looking at, no, the side I'm looking at is the side I want to be the most seen. So I think I want it to be, I want the ship seen like this, because the canvas, or yeah, the fabric, there we go. The fabric on the sails is on this side. So I want this to be like the main focus, because this side, I didn't cover both sides, so you can see the back side. Gluing things, the terror of all miniaturists. For sure. Because there's, well, kind of going back, but there's a lot of ripping involved in that process. Okay, so I am going to glue this piece, because I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I'm obviously procrastinating, so now I'm just going to do it. Here we go. It's happening. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just going to hold it for a second. Will you paint one side of the glass blue? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to leave it like it's like suspended in the sky, I think. But we'll see. We're just kind of going with the flow, so you never know. Let's see. I have the Fairfield on my wish list, but it scares me. It is such a cool designed house. But it is, if you've watched the streams, it has been a pain to put together. So that's why I kind of needed a break from it, because I was just getting frustrated. So I'm just kind of gluing the cloud up against the sides. I'm gluing it to the ship, which is what is scaring me. When a ship cuts through water, the back is easiest to see. Well, I guess that makes sense, because you're going through something. Then there's like a hole in the clouds. For some reason, I thought the clouds would be, I guess the clouds would be on the front, right? Because if it's going through the clouds, the front of the ship, there's so much to think through. And it's not even acting like a plane would, because planes go so fast that they don't. So ships acting in the sky are way different than normal things. I guess it would be more like a blimp, however a blimp would work. Need a couple birds. Okay. Well, we have the cloud holding onto one side. Now I gotta get it to hold on this side. There's no turning back. No turning back on this. Peter Pan. Will it fit under the glass? This is a good time to check. Last time we checked, it did. I'm looking forward to more Fairfield content. The other stuff has been fun too, though. Yeah, I just needed a short little break. I think this has been the perfect amount of a break. And since I'm starting to do some more half-scale kits in my store, I think it'll be great to have an actual half-scale project that is encouraging me to work on half-scale things. So, and I'm really enjoying half-scale. I know there's not... I just grabbed a really hot piece of hot glue. I'm glad I know there's not like a ton of resources for half scale as far as furniture goes. But it's a really cool scale. You can still get a lot of the same detail that you can get in half scale, but it takes up a lot less space than 12 scale. Because like Adam's family house, where is it? Over there. There's a mosquito. Okay. Adam's family house versus Fairfield, there's a huge size difference. I'm sorry, I have a real hard time with mosquitoes. Yeah, we're having an audio issue. It seems to plague my live streams. Okay, so right now it just looks like it's sitting on top of the cloud. I didn't go as far up the back, like you mentioned, because there may not be as much. Okay, so I've got clouds on the ground. Let's do this. Let's turn it on. Clouds on the ground. Clouds right up under the ship. So let me play with the pipe cleaners. Would half scale work for Cousin It's room? Cousin It's room was more of the, if you watched my scale video, it's more of the Lundby scale or vintage scale, which is 3/4 inch equals a foot. So it was less than the Adam's family house, but bigger than the Fairfield. So, oh, we need to check under the dome, don't we? So, which kit? Tamsin, you'll have to let me know which kit you're talking. Well, you're asking me which kit, so that doesn't help probably. Sorry. Oh, someone's answering you. Okay, good. Okay. I don't know if this is... We'll see if it works. Hold on. Let me test the dome first, before I forget and get too far. You move my paint, my glue. We'll test the dome. There we go. So I know that's a little difficult to see. Let me see if I can pick it up. There we go. So yeah, we need to disguise that pillar, but I think it's at a good spot in the dome. Okay. I think I'm gonna wait, or I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have one wisp, but I don't know if it has enough room, because there's really only 1.5 inches between the top cloud and the bottom cloud. It's just so fluffy. There's not a ton of space left over. I see a spot that needs to be glued. Yeah, I think the pipe cleaner is a good idea if I had more room, but I don't think I do. Okay. So now we need to fill this in. Y'all are still talking about mosquitoes. Garlic works against mosquitoes. Do you have to eat it? Oh, you have to eat it. I like garlic. It's worth a try. Okay. So what if we just make the clouds kind of extreme? So there's like one like popping up over here, and it just barely conceals this, and then there's one over here kind of, so it looks like two different clouds that just happen to be coming together. Does that make sense? So it's still covering up the thing, but it looks like two different bits. I think that'll work. Maybe. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add glue on top of here. I think I will. I don't even know if I have spray, but like hairspray, but I think I will spray all of this when it's done to try and keep it in its spot as best as possible. And it does really kind of, it would be really interesting to see this in the dark, but my lights are way up there. I wonder if the lights would go all the way up through the clouds. I don't know, maybe add more lights at some point. So this will look like one cloud coming up on this side, and then it'll look like a separate cloud over here. Careful, those mosquitoes there in Texas, they will suck you dry. Yes, that one that just flew by my head was very large. I just gotta say, it was very big. That's why I'm all like itchy now. Whenever I see a mosquito, I just get itchy. And I'm not a big like scared of bugs person. I don't care. There's a spider that lives right next to my sink, and I'm okay with the spider being there. She kills other bugs. I'm okay. She stays in her space. I stay in my space. I'm fine. Mosquitoes? No. Wasps? No. I'm okay with helpful bugs. Not so good with the blood-sucking, horrible bugs. Will the hairspray yellow the fill over time? I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if fabric dye would work on polyfill. Yeah, I'd have to test it. Okay, so let's put some more on. I think if I just glue a very small bit on the front here of this cotton ball stick. Hi, Jay of all trades. We're still going. We're building up clouds for the airship. Yeah, I wish I had ones that flicker, but I don't. Well, they flicker if you touch them because they're not very good quality. But other than that, I think they just stay on. Okay, I'm going to glue another little bit. All I'm doing is there's these spots where you can see the cotton, and so I'm just gluing very little bits, but I'm gluing enough so that it's not building up volume. It's just covering it so you can't see the cotton balls there. Ah, it's hot. And once I get that covered, then I can build up the cloud behind the ship, I think. It's polyester, so if you use polyester dye, it should work. I didn't know there was polyester dye. I'll have to look that up. Okay. All right, so now if we add a big chunk back here, I don't know. I liked this camera angle to begin with, but now I'm feeling like I'm not able to show you everything I want to show you. So now I'm covering this part up. I'm just gluing little bitty chunks to cover up the bottom of this. I think it helped to glue the cotton balls on first because you can't tell it's just a stick. But I do need to cover them up because it's sticking out like something weird in there. You can hear me? Did the audio get fixed? It's not the same thing. What did I say that wasn't the same thing? I missed it. We've used watered down glue and a spray bottle to gently hold things, like Dolores said. We were talking about Peter Pan earlier, about like the cannonballs going through the clouds, and then someone said a quote. Okay, I'm going to add one more to the back here. And then I think we have the stick covered up fairly well. It's better. Oh, still in and out. Don't forget to drink your tea. Thank you. You wouldn't put more on the back? What do you think about putting more? Okay, let me show you. What do you think about putting more right here? So it's not really on the back of the ship, but it's over here, kind of balancing out the cloud sculpture. So it's not really on the back of the ship, it's to the side. So we have a big cloud clump here, and then a cloud clump right here. Let me know what you think. Same with the sound. Yes, on the side. I won't put too much. We'll do just a little bit extra. Is that your min focus? Oh, you're talking about the focus of the project. Okay, let me look at it. Good point. You guys got me. I gotta focus on which side I'm looking at. Yeah, I think I want a little extra here. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm not going to add too much at one time. And I can always pull it off. Good night, Edwina. Thanks for your suggestions. I missed your joke. Okay. I think I will put just a dot of glue on the side of the ship. Tiny, tiny dot. Just to anchor this a little bit more. Recently found your channel while not looking for it. I have been marathoning through vids. First time ever caught your live stream. Well, thank you and welcome to the channel. Wonder if some fishing line would make some look like it's floating. Possibly. I could pull some down a little bit. I think I could like pull some out and just make it a little fluffier. But I could have some like hang down. There are enough fibers here. I don't think I'd want a hot glue clouds. Let me show you what it looks like. So this one I kind of pulled down a little bit. Let me show you my face cam so you can see the whole thing at once. Oop, gotta figure out which way to pull it. Let me turn the light on. I don't know if you can tell in my face cam how it looks. And then I think we'll do a little bits coming off the sails. I don't know if I want to add color. I think I might wait on the color idea for a little bit. Like sometimes if I'm kind of on the fence with a design detail, I just wait a couple days and look at it and just kind of figure out what I really want. And then so I think I'll wait on the color, because once I put the color on, like that's it. It's going to be impossible to get off. Ooh, yeah, wisping it more is helping. Like this piece, I just did this and I really liked it. This piece coming up right here. So if I just pull at it a little bit, I'll have to do some research into kind of what hairspray does over time. And if it, I don't know. Has anyone ever hairsprayed polyfill, do you think? I don't know. Just kind of pull at it a little bit here and there. I think that's actually working very well. It's looking very fluffy and hot gluey. Oh, hot air balloon. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I guess like I'll stick with airship. Air pirate ship. So here's what it looks like from above. Okay, I do think I want to try putting some little wispies on the, like up here. But I think I want to attach it with tacky glue, because I think hot glue you would be able to see, because it makes like a big blob, and I think it's lightweight enough that the tacky glue would hold it and it will dry clear. I don't know if you can see that. It's covered in cotton. Great. Okay. I'm just going to try and add glue to the tips of the sails and see if the polyfill will hold it. Oh, I think once it dries, I can kind of floof it out a little bit more. But right now it's holding, but I don't want to pull on it too much because I'll probably pull it off. So I think this looks a little bit too rounded and too poofy, but once it dries, once the glue dries that's holding it to this sail, I can kind of pull at it a little bit. What's the name of your dog? My dog is Stormy. Appropriate for this build. She was here. She was at the beginning of the stream. She came to visit. I think I'm going to do a smaller bit on the other side. Oh, this is the back. Okay, so this one's the back. This is the front. Got to keep remembering what side I'm working on. This has been really fun. I've never tried to do something floating in the sky before. It's actually it's not been as difficult as I thought, but you all have given me a lot of good ideas. I probably would have been really frustrated by myself. cloud piercer. You could call it one of the other language cloud names like nuvola, or the cloud names like the cumulonimbus. There we go. The nimbus. Oh, that's a good one. So here's how that little bit looks. Just kind of coming off the side. I don't want to put too much, because if I put too much, you might kind of lose some of the details of the ship. So I think we might be done for now, while I kind of let things dry and kind of play around with it and sit with it for a few days. But I think that was pretty simple but effective, I think. Sometimes I think the most effective techniques are sometimes the most simple techniques. I am going to have to reposition the cord because the cord is not wanting to participate. I don't know. It definitely looks different in the angle that you're looking at it and the angle I'm looking at it. So I will, once I'm happy with it and have made all my final decisions, I'll make sure to post pictures on Instagram and Facebook. So if you follow me on either of those, yeah, I'll have it there. And then sometimes, or in the past, when I've had like a multiple stream project, I've kind of grabbed bits and pieces from the streams and made one full project video where it's like 20-minute video you can watch beginning to end. Let me know if you think that would be a good idea for this one, so people who want to see how it kind of started can watch a 20-minute video instead of having to watch 8 hours of video. So let me know if you think that would be a good thing for the channel. But yeah, I think we're done for now. Thank you for all the suggestions. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do, but just reading through the comments and getting suggestions helped a lot. So, and I'll look into the audio thing. And oh, someone said with a story. Let's see. Can you glue some cloud to the top of the dome? I think that might work. Let's see. If she glues it on top, you'll see the glue from the outside. It might be yucky, but if it works, it could look nifty. I might practice glue it on something, like some Tupperware or something, and see what it looks like. So we'll see. But if it's tacky glue, I could probably wash that off if it ends up not working well. A short video with a story about the ship. You know I like writing stories, so I love a compilation video. If you can use stuff you already have, save you some work. Okay. Well, when I have a time where I'm kind of like in between, what do I make? I think I will make a compilation video with bits and pieces from the stream and just kind of do an overview and a story if I can come up with something. A lazy Susan. Oh, birds. They would be super tiny, but that would be cool. I have to figure out how to do that. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know it's late and also early for a lot of you, so thank you for joining me. Oh, it would be fun to put a name on it. That would be cool. To actually put a name on the side of the ship. I probably should have done that before I glued it down, but that would be cool. Well, y'all have a good night, and thanks for joining me, and we will be, I'm going to commit to it. You heard it here. I am going to be working on the Fairfield in the next live stream next month. I promise we will do something on the Fairfield in the next live stream. I know a lot of people are working on it and have used my videos for reference, which I think is awesome, but I kind of quit, so I want to keep going on that for those of you who are building along with me. So y'all have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening. And I will talk to y'all later. Oh, and I'll figure out the audio. Bye.